What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, March 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. You're going to want to pay close attention to the updates later today. This slate is insane. 10 games, tons of back-to-backs, a billion Q tags. We don't really know who's playing today, but this is my first guess at the top 5. Kessler Edwards is on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays of the day? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm looking at AJ Lawson. Now, the Raptors are pretty shorthanded. They're missing a couple guys. I'm expecting AJ Lawson to be in the starting lineup tonight, and if that's the case, he is underpriced for that role. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 3,500. 12 points, 4.5 boards, 2 assists, and a stock. About 24 fantasy points. You're looking for 28 out of him. He does that 37% of the time. The value here is just awesome, assuming he's in the starting lineup again, and he's the kind of guy that could even play if this game gets out of hand because the Raptors are, quote-unquote, not trying to win. And if that's the case, I think you get Lawson starting, playing real minutes, and conceivably closing. Looks really safe today. Oh, by the way, they face the Wizards. In at number 4, I'm looking at Onyeka Okongwu. Continues to be underpriced. He's finally up to 6,800 now. I still think this price tag is going to go north of 7K at some point because he's playing 32 minutes a night. He's clearly the center. He's 1.25 plus fantasy point per minute guy. Now he's center only, projected for 17 points, 10 boards. There's your double-double. 3.5 assists, 2 stocks, 39.5 fantasy points. And he's got a matchup against Philly. We have no idea who's playing center for Philly tonight. Maybe it's Andre Drummond. Maybe it's Adam Bona. Maybe it's Gershon Yabusele. Either way, I liked the spot for Okongwu against all of those guys. And it might not even be all of those guys. We're going to continue to see the price climb. It was low 6Ks a week and a half ago, and it's still going. That's why he's still an amazing value today. In at number 3, at least for right now, is Max Christie. We don't know what Dallas is going to have. They're probably only going to have 8 active bodies. They might only have 7. Brandon Williams got hurt yesterday. We don't know the status of Kai Jones. PJ Washington might be back. Dwight Powell and Caleb Martin both seem limited, and it's a back-to-back. So this one's going to get tricky, but assuming Christie's in, I think he's just playing 36-plus minutes no matter what happens because I don't think they have a choice. He's shooting guard only, 5,400, 17 points, 6 boards, 3.5 assists, and 2 stocks. Looking at 33 fantasy points with a goal of 37, and he might have to play 40 minutes tonight. They might be that shorthanded. He won't be the only Mav tonight. There's going to be a bunch of them. We just don't know who's available yet. So pay close attention to the updates later today. Everything that I just said about Max Christie is the same here for Naji Marshall. We're talking 36 plus minutes in any sort of game where they have to do it. The shorthanded nature of this one's going to get pretty difficult. He's going to have to play small forward, power forward, center, depending on the status of the game. But he is small forward, power forward eligible, 6,800. 20 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, close to 2 stocks, 40 fantasy points. The goal is 44. Close to a 50-50 shot. He's in the optimal lineup. Guys like Marshall and Christie just seem like 36 plus is locked in stone for the Mavs. And that could look a little bit different depending on the rest of their guys, whether that's the limited minutes of Exum, whether that's Caleb Martin. Can he even play the back-to-back? Dwight Powell has been basically only able to play like 12 minutes a night. Things are looking really good here for Naji Marshall. Made it to number 2. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this one. The number 1 play of the day is Tristan Vukcevic, center only, 3,700. Likely getting every center minute that Alex Sarr doesn't play. Rashawn Holmes already out. So I went 21 minutes for Vucevic. Sorry, 22 minutes for Vucevic. $3,700, 13 points, 6.5 boards, 2 assists, stock and a half. So 27 fantasy points. But he's so cheap. This is one of the best point per dollar plays on the slate, and he's a good per minute guy either way. 45% optimal. You're only looking for 29 out of him. So let's just say 30 is the goal for Vucevic. I don't think that would be all that crazy. Could pick up extra minutes if anything goes wrong with Sarr. Do I think we're going to get other value today? Yeah. Could that bring him down a little bit? Of course. But to get a guy like this so good with pretty well locked in minutes at 3,700, I'm not surprised to see him here at the number 1 spot. Does he fall to 4 or 5 by the time we get to lock? Maybe. But right now, Tristan Vukcevic is your number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, March 10th. FanDuel, DraftKings, top 10s. They're on my Twitter every single day, plus updates either just before the deeper dive around 5 or just after around 6. Actually, it'll be 5:30 or 6:30 based on the start times today. We've got a hell of a slate. 10 games of crazy nonsense. You're not going to want to miss those updates, and you're going to want to make sure you're watching all of our shows from 5:30 until 8:30. 3 straight hours of live coverage breaking it all down.